Let the end of the year list commence.
What's up, everybody? GemMint here. It's the end of the year. Everybody does top 10 lists or most anticipated list or whatever. And this is my most anticipated statues for 2022. I recently did my top 10 favorites from 2021, and that's a little bit easier. I can go through the list of everything I reviewed and pick my favorites and rank them. With the most anticipated, with the pre-order stuff, it gets a little difficult because I don't really keep track of every single piece that's coming out. A lot of times I don't really pre-order right away anymore. I kind of just buy things on the whim, or I wait it out a little bit. There was a time when I used to just kind of look at my pre-order list and check everything every other day and see if something's shipping, but I don't stress myself out like that anymore. So here's a top 10 with some honorable mentions on some pieces that I'm anticipating. I might have forgotten some. Maybe you guys could help me out in the comments. But for the honorable mentions, I'm talking about PCS TMNT. I still haven't gotten Leonardo, and I definitely am excited for Shredder and Rocksteady and the rest of that line. I know they're doing Bebop and Krang, and I think that's it. That's what it sounds like. But I'm a big fan of this line, and I am looking forward to completing it. I really need to switch my display a little bit up, but that's a whole other story. But those are the honorable mentions. Moving on to number 10 on the list, I'm talking about XM Studios War Tank. The War Tank is a piece that I actually got to do a live reveal with XM Studios on their channel, so check that out if you missed it. And it just reminds me of Hulkbuster. I gotta get this in. I gotta review it. It's a massive, impressive piece designed by Adi Granov along with the XM Studios team. And it's the War Tank. It's what if War Machine had this Hulkbuster-inspired vehicle type of suit that he can use to help Iron Man defeat the bad guys. It looks huge, it's imposing and impressive, and I'm excited to get that one in. Number 9 on the list, staying with XM Studios, I'm really hyped for their Archangel. They made two versions. They made a classic kind of blue and pink, and they made an Uncanny X-Force version. I'm going with the classic one because I'm not really putting together an X-Force line, but I am putting together the recent X-Men pieces that they've been releasing. I'm just a huge fan of the character design, big, huge metallic silver wings. I am a little bit concerned on how low he looks on this base, even though he's flying, but we'll have to get it in hand to see how it turns out, but I'm excited for it. Number 7 on the list, I'm moving over to Sideshow with the Venom premium format, hence the t-shirt here and the thumbnail. I saw this in person at Sideshow Con. I really dig it. I think this was it Martin Canali as well? It wasn't Daniel Bell. I think Daniel Bell did another piece that's on this list. Either way, I really like this big bulkiness sewer type of base. I know the portraits, some people weren't in love with them. I thought they were just fine, and it's been a while since I've had a quarter scale Venom in the house here, so I'm excited to put this together along with number 7 on the list, the Carnage premium format. This one is sculpted by Daniel Bell. Saw this one at Sideshow Con as well. Love it. It looks great. I'm thinking it's the best licensed quarter scale Carnage on the market. I was a fan of their last offering, which was kind of when I first started the channel. Actually, my first couple of videos kept talking about how I had that on pre-order, and I'm going to review it when it comes in. So yeah, the new Venom, the new Carnage, I'm down with those. Going to pair it with Symbiote Spider-Man. And maybe I'll get a red and blue Spider-Man again. Maybe I'll go back and get my favorite one, which was not the last premium format with the Doc Ock tentacles, but the one that came out before that. Now we're on to number 6, XM Studios Ghost Rider on Horse. This is another one that I got to do a live reveal with XM Studios on their channel. It really makes me want to go back and get the Ghost Rider on bike as well, man. It's a piece that I've owned. I don't want to say I regret selling it. You know, everything has to get sold for a reason in order to make new things happen. But I'm able to get this one in. I might get that old Ghost Rider to pair them together. They look so good together, and I'm really digging their horseback stuff, their Ghost Rider stuff. It's like mixing so many things that they're great at in one piece. Number 5 is another XM Studios piece. There's a lot of XM pieces on this list because they put out a lot of product, man. XM Studios Apocalypse. I did a live reveal on my channel for this one, kind of giving my thoughts on the pictures. Super uber detailed quarter scale Apocalypse. We haven't had one in a really long time. I got the Psylocke, I got the Archangel coming in, I got Beast and Rogue. I just felt like we needed a good villain in the mix, and I'm excited to see this one in person. It looks huge. It's a little bit expensive, but it's got a lot of different switch outs, and yeah, I just can't wait to see it in person. Number 4 on the list is kind of unique in the sense that I don't have this one on pre-order yet, but I'm really anticipating it. I guess in my mind, I'm eventually going to pull the trigger on it, but it's not going to come out, I don't think, until the end of the year even. Prime 1 Studio, Superman vs. Doomsday. It's a 1/3 scale diorama, and I guess I'm hesitant on pulling the trigger because I feel like it's going to lead me down a rabbit hole of collecting all those 1/3 scale dioramas that they're coming out with. I think they got a Batman and Croc, plus a Batman and Joker, and I feel like there's another one there, but I'm a huge fan of Doomsday and Superman. Death of Superman, kind of one of my first comics reading as a kid. Actually, I just got done reading the Omnibus, and I'm planning on doing a review today or tomorrow on that. I think the diorama looks amazing. I definitely want to see this in person. It's going to be enormous. Right now, I don't have anywhere to put it. I don't know if some of the stuff behind me is going to have to go or not, but definitely excited to see this one. I know I'll eventually get it. Number 3 on the list, from PCS, we have the Last Ronin statue. This is a quarter scale diorama. I did see this one as well at Sideshow Con and fell in love with it. It's highly detailed. The Last Ronin character looks amazing. The 3 deceased brothers in ghost form behind him. It's awesome. I don't really have a place for this either. It doesn't really go with the other Turtles line that they have out, but I'm definitely getting this one. I got to review it. I got to figure out where to display it. It's an amazing piece. Number 2 on the list, Prime 1 Studio. We're talking about Berserk Skull Knight on horse. I just finally secured my pre-order for this the other day. Somebody was selling their pre-order on Facebook. I ended up scooping it up. And it's a piece that I avoided because of its high price tag. There is another Skull Knight from Prime 1 coming out, which is just standing straight up. And it has a great Egg of the Perfect World Bellet exclusive piece, which is now on waitlist. So being that I dropped the ball on pre-ordering both of these, this pre-order came up. I thought it wasn't going to fit in my Modu case display, but I'm thinking sideways it'll fit now. This thing comes in 4 boxes. It's enormous. It's a piece of art, and you know what? It's one of those things when I finally secured the pre-order, I felt instant relief. I felt the opposite of buyer's remorse. I was finally happy that I secured it, and I cannot wait to review this piece and add it, hopefully, in the Modu case with the other Berserk statues. Before we jump into number 1, my most anticipated statue for 2022, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of this video, Street Level Hero. SLHLA.com has exclusive variant covers with new drops every Tuesday and Thursday. They have this amazing Venom 4 variant, which looks awesome, which you could save 10% off of by using the code GemMint at checkout. That's good for any item on the store anytime you shop there, just like their sister site, THATSPIDERMANBOOTH.com. Now, they have the $30 mystery boxes where you're guaranteed 5 comics of retail value. And one of those lucky boxes is going to have their GP, their giveaway prize, which is a raw copy of New Mutants 98, the first appearance of Deadpool. This round ends on January 5th, so you're going to want to scoop up a box before then. Use code GEMMINT. It'll save you 10% off of there as well, anytime you shop there. And good luck, you might hit that GP. All right, guys, so the number 1 most anticipated statue, I'm kind of cheating again because it's 2 statues, but it's the same statue. It's Prime 1 Studio, it's Berserk, and it's Guts. Now, I always forget how they name this. Unleashed or Rage Mode, whatever. Of anything, it's kind of like Guts in Berserker armor, and it's also a version with Guts not in Berserker armor, but after he's used it and he's got like the white hair streak and everything. I ended up getting both. Secured the pre-order on this. Again, instant relief when I did it. I was holding off on this one for a while. I seen it in person. It's enormous. The diameter is huge on this base. And I ended up getting 2 because I figured I would kind of bookend them on the top part of my Berserk Modu case display with the God Hand in the middle. And I got both of them because I really couldn't choose one over the other. Now I have the Black Swordsman piece and I have the Berserker armor piece, the first one. So if I could only choose one, I would probably go with the non-Berserker armor on the new one because it's a different version of Guts. The Black Swordsman is before he got the armor. This one is after. He's older. He's been through a lot. He's got the white hair like I mentioned. So that's what I would go with. But I love the Berserker armor with Shirky's astral form over his shoulder, guiding him to back to normal and not letting him go berserk. So I got them both, and I'm happy I did. I can't wait to get these in and do the videos. I'll probably do 2 separate reviews. But yeah, man, my number 1 and number 2 pick, it's 3 statues from Prime 1's Berserk line. I'm just a huge fan of them, and I can't wait to get them in. So that's the top 10. Did I miss anything? I mean, I know there's like Batman, Black Suit, Hush, Batcave. I might do that. Let me know, did I miss anything in the comments? What are some of your most anticipated statues for 2022? Leave them in the comments below, and stay minty fresh. Peace.